over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in higher levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you'll surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Round 10 action about to get underway, and this is the first of 6 big games, 5 big games in round 10. All on the Saturday, Super Saturday. Decided to join the big one out here at Cats & Co Stadium, the Paddocks, home of the Para Hills Knights, in the heart of Para Hills. Not a great start for them from their first 9 round games. They have to come up with a win. Just the one draw and that one in their last result. They take on Adelaide United. They sit in 7th position. Probably hoping for a few more W's in their column. Elevate them to the top half and even higher in the ladder. We'll get through that as the game wears its way through. Both sides not too far from making their way out onto the pitch. Adelaide United side, a host of changes from the last time they walked out. Crawford, Taladero, Garuccio, Nicholas and Matt Narall make their way in. Starman Allegich moved down to the bench. Flying this rocket solo today. Adrian Pickles in the box for you. But what has turned out so far to be a glorious Saturday afternoon. All sorts of weather threats early doors. And there was going to be thunderstorms, lightning. So far, so good. Introductions for the two sides. There goes on the note. Nice to take on Adelaide City. Back on the forward. Big red. Battle with Campbelltown. Just Adelaide will have their hands full. Later on tonight, 5 o'clock. They'll take on top of the table. McCallum. Rounding out round 10. 5:15. Metro Stars take on Adelaide Comets. All those games kicking off on a Saturday for you. We've got paddles. Last instruction.
1, 2, 3, go!
Just below.
I watched some
He's got to bring you all the pictures. In the same instant. So we're happy with going all the way. And it's the messages are doing good. I'm not 100% convinced that we are. And on the whistle, we're away, and it's going to be Adelaide United to get us started. And happy to play it around the back. Get some touches early. Early turnover, picked off by Guerrero. Then one back in the middle of the field, and all of a sudden, United have spread and spread wide. Tatu. He's got his hands full now. Circles back. Gives it up. Hurst. Goes all the way back. Kuzimovic. Taddy was looking for the give and go. That broke down. Siana. They've settled for the first time. Diana, who's come into the side. One in the middle of the ground. Idea was right. Hoping to catch Fatuli off his line. Was going to have to hit it a little bit cleaner than that. Let's go back in the lineup. The custodian, long clearance. Possibly expect a few more in if the weather stays away and holds off. Spreading strike, ambitious from Blomley. Guerrero's managed to keep that in though. Lost it. Won it back. Couple in the middle if they can square it. But again, Tatu's going to be the outlet. Coach's box side end. Gets on his bike as well. Works into the middle. Oh, strike. The ball in was superb. The linesman is going to put an end to the party. But Tatu squared that. Stuck it right on the money. And Battistella finished with a plum. Linesman wanted none of it. That'll do a world of confidence for this United side. Get one in the net early, although ruled out. But Tony looks to be happy to see how wide he can spread this park. Bad clearance early, long ball. Again, they try to catch Vituli off his line. The referee's found a couple of shin pads. No one's going to own up to it. Smith's going to have to own up to them. And we resume after the shin pad reinsertion, the rare one. High up in the scuffle here at the paddocks. Sprightly start. Delightful touch. Now the run. Mandana thought for a while that he was in the van. The ball skipped away from him. He's going to get involved again. Wins it back with strength. Kazamovic lets it run. Vituli has had his fair bit of work to do early. Knights have tried to beat him from a long range a couple of times. And this one's safely held by Fusco. Comes in for Robinson. Did well to give his side a draw. First time ball out the Tattoo is good. Again, he's caught offside. He's playing this pitch extremely wide. And it's proving to cause some trouble for the Knights. Blazovic tried to turn that back inside. Ended up in a scramble. And then a whistle. It's going to be a Knights ball. Blomley, who's already hit a first-time ball across pitch, measured it superbly, is now going to have, from the set piece, the chance to drop one right into a real dangerous area. After having to pick one out of their net that was ruled out, can they swing it round and go one up at the other end? Cleared out. Knights have got the defensive numbers. Fusco happy just to get it out of there. Reset. Again, Tattoo hangs wide, spreading his defence. Takes and goes. Hits the brakes. Got Merritt on the hop. Might end up having to go all the way back. They do. Vituli. As always, doing it all for RA8. Tattoo looms large, deep. It's going to be Madhana. He gives it off. Tattoo spun on that. Easily picked off by Fusco. A chat to a local who backs you and your team. better to be a member with RAA. Still 0-0 here in this round 10 game. Again, they're swinging around the back. Adelaide United, of course, their A-League side going down to Auckland overnight, 3-0. That one's going to go against United. Midweek, Barra Hills also went down in a cup game. High scoring loss. 4-2 down to the Cobras. Guerin netting both times. And as I said earlier than that, coming off a draw which broke up a run of losses. Their only results so far this year. Their only points. They'd love to be able to steal back-to-back points in the league. Certainly at home. Kosovmovic just going to lay that off. But hold up possession along the back. Taddy looks like he may have worked his way into the middle. Switched it up with Hurst, who now gets on his bike. They go down the outer side. Promising move. Another squaring ball, but again, this nice defence gets themselves in the right spots. And now they can break. Hitting the brakes nicely, Diana. Merritt. His ball's picked off. All eyes on the linesman. Referees today, Joseph Bajavesky and his two assistants, Ibrahim Sadi and Cameron Joy, running the two lines for us. Siani tried to flick, that was picked off, and Madiana tears off, loses it. The Knights commit the same sin. Hurst kicks it into a brick wall. Tadu just pulled his ball nicely. Madiana it was. Heavy touch from Chikawaza. Coughed it up. Holding their own though so far, Para Hills. Creating some almost chances. Certainly don't look overawed by the occasion. Happy to mix it in. Smith showing exactly that there. Wins a 2-on-1. Going to roll all the way back for Vituli. Who almost coughed that up. That's got too much petrol on it. Smith juggles. In the wide touch, Adejo turns on one, loses it to the second. Through ball is good. Flag stays down. 1-on-1 with the keeper, squares it up. Now the flag goes up. Madjana with the open net. Looked over his left-hand shoulder just to check. He suspected it and he was right. The flag was up. Another promising attack breaks down for United. Tony swings it back out to Madjana. Lets it run over his head so he can get it to his feet. Good save. Fusco just got a glove on it. It may have been Garuccio who got the shot away. Near post flick on. Knights have got the numbers at the back. Siani releases Guerrero. He tries to thread the perfect ball. Bit off a bit more than he can chew. Defence from Crawford. Chopped out any chance of that play from the Knights. Having some real issues with those shin pads. Just refused to stay in from Smith. Touch from Blajasevic. Tadu. Hurst. Kazamovic. Swings it to the clubhouse side. See if there's an avenue there. That's shut down. Blajasevic takes off. Clash in the middle of the park. Waved away. Guerrero's little touch was good. Now Smith. Idea was good. Needed Dejo to be flying onto that. He was never in a position to get started. Gazawa picks it off. The wide ball to Merritt. Some numbers in front of him he can utilise. Happy to let that run, hoping for it to fall into space for Tadu. He has to go and fetch it. Fusco smacks it out of trouble. Game into a bit of a lull just at the moment. Blomley. Siana. Gets his own scraps. Dejo. Happy to win the throw-in. Dejo squaring ball, good. Tidy work through the back from Mulaj. Guerra keeps it in. I think he may have won himself a corner. He has. You can mark that down to Ulaz through the middle of the park. The Knights need to make something of it. Still 0-0 on the One World LED Sportal Systems scoreboard. For all your indoor, outdoor digital display solutions, One World LED Sportal scoreboard. Load in the near post. It was always going to be tough to make something come of that. Siani. Chigazawa was expecting the whistle to go. It never came. United break. It into the 18-yard box. Squaring ball. Never had enough on it. Chigazawa can now release for Para Hills. Heavy touch from Siani. And into the fans. Undercover. Shielding their eyes. Who would have thought that? About 7 o'clock this morning. It's first of 6 games in total. On the RAA NPLSA round 10 action. So I can give you some scores from the other games. Shall I do as we get into the day? Still 0-0 here. Para Hills hang tough against the more fancied Adelaide United, who sit in 7th. A 3 in each column for them. 3 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. From the first 9 rounds. Kazamovic done all the distribution so far. Majana stolen off him. Smith on the break. Picks it up too, but he's got all sorts of red strips in front of him. Had no help whatsoever. Needed just to keep going. And for that to roll out, get it out from underneath his feet so he could launch into a strike. Tadu gets in some open space, unleashes, just goes wide. Never quite got the shot. The score remains 0-0. About halfway through this first half. Wide ball. Carrera gets inside one, turns around the corner, and a good save. Great stuff from Vittori. Full stretch dive, got a hand on it. But Carrera weaved his way in, stepped back inside, opened up his lane, got a good shot away. Chikazawa will take the corner from the hillside of the ground. This one's a better one, deeper, controlled at the top. Did really well to spring to his feet, get back so that he could release the ball, stay involved. Blomley, who's been good early. Chikazawa stuck underneath that one. Smith wide, a little bit of space. Get the ball out from underneath his feet. He does. It looks for the corner again. Vittori at full stretch. Game starting to open up now. A delightful little run in the middle of the park. Didn't eventuate. Deja got to fight off two of them. Did everything he possibly could. And won it. Built like a fire hydrant. Holding them off, two of them either side of him, and won the free. Or the throw in. Guerrera. Diana. Lays it back to Merritt, who squares it. This is good stuff from the Knights in the middle of the park. Blomley. Probably wasn't the end result that he was after. Kazamovic, again the distributor. Ulaj has done that a couple of times. His feet in the middle of the park have been of the highest order. Savage. Fusco calls them all out. Let it run. They'll take over. And we remain 0-0. Here in this round 10 RAA NPLSA game, doing it all for RAA. So chat to a local member who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. Pickles on the mic here for you. Jordan doing all the work on the camera, capturing all the picks. And the best one so far in round 10. Tweets coming in galore. Loving the coverage. Smith controls. Just got away from him a touch. And then his ball into the box went away. United happy to knock it around at the back. Bit of a ruckus downstairs. Trying to storm the tower, Jordan. They want to get up where the action is. We're hot property here at the Paddocks, Cassinco Stadium. Got the security guards down below us, keeping the thousands of fans away, trying to get up the ladder. Long clearing ball. Smith in a triangle of United defenders. Wins it. Dejo does the same. Battle in the middle of the park. Blomley. He hits the deck. Sticking it out of there, Sayana. Madnar kept his feet again. But the Knights won't be broken down. Long ball gives Smith a chance. Was hoping that was going to just have a bit more on it, run past. Kazamovic. As always, controlling things. The general at full back. The give and go was superb. Diana's hits the deck, it's waved away. Gets to his feet, makes his way back in the middle. In a real dangerous spot here as far as Para Hills are concerned. And you think they'd be queuing up. United. Blaževic's over there early. See if he can't whip one around the wall. Be looking to land this right on the penalty spot. The ball in right on the penalty spot. Somehow no one got a touch on it. And the clearing ball to a one-on-one. Smith juggles it to himself. Again, he's outnumbered. Tried to square it to Diana. Too much curl on it. Might not be dead yet. Blomley. Ulage has been happy to carry. Smith, first touch, let him down. Flag stays down. Fusco clears. United with another corner. And come out of the shadows. Short one. Sneak something into the near post. Had too much whip on it. Just over half hour gone. At Casson Coast Stadium, still 0-0. Lockie Fusco more than unhappy with his own work. Might have picked that up in the effects, Mike. Kasimovic lays it back. Picked off by Phyllis. They've retained it. Hasn't been fluent. They're still top of the 18-yard box. Tadu. This ball got away from Battistella. Again, they keep working hard, fighting. Hurst wins himself the throw in. Kasimovic calms things down. But now they've turned it on and turned it over outside. Chukazawa steps on it. Wide touch. Adejo gets back inside onto his left. Every now and then they show a glimpse. Give their fans reason to believe that something's going to happen. They've done it again. Kazawa involved in a 1-2. The cutback was perfect for Smith. Couldn't get through the wall though. And now they've got to defend. Kasimovic control. In the middle of the paddocks. And that goes wide. In the way to himself. Phyllis squared it. Then they let it run. Strikes offline. Goal kick. Still remains 0-0. Having no luck getting those other results from around the grounds for you. We'll do as soon as I can. Knocked on by Merritt. Try to turn and let it run. But Chukazawa was wise to the plate. Blomley. Siana. Next is Adejo. Control was perfect. Wanted to try to release Diana, but that was picked off. Both players committed. Both had decided almost simultaneously that they were going to go. No one really upset with the end result. Sana Smith not 100% comfortable with the outcome. They've come forward in numbers of United, seeing if they can steal one. As we close in on half time here. See if they can break the deadlock. Drops into the 18-yard box. Fusco mops up the mess. Ulage. Very good back there. Smith got the run of it now. Can he put you to... Oh, well. He has been sensational in this first half. Batuli. A couple of full-length dive saves. That one in full combat. Stole it off the boot of Smith, who was ready to round him. Picked it up off his laces. And Lansana Smith, I'm sure, was starting to work out which celebration he was going to launch into. And someone forgot to tell Max Vituli. He said they still have got a save to make. Flat switching ball, Kuzimovic. Ball was right, but once they broke, it broke down. Para Hills swing it the other way. Smith, who's injected himself in the last probably 10 minutes of this one. Little in the way from Tadu was good. Then the spin. He kept spinning. Ball stayed still. Taladera in the middle of the park. Close in on half time. Won't be a whole heap of added time. A couple of stoppages for shin pads. Outside of that, there hasn't been a great deal. But still, a few minutes to go before we get to the full 45. Chikazawa controlled off his chest. They've been plucky, Para Hills. The Knights have been able to hold out the early barrage of that attack that came from United. And then every now and then showed little flashes of brilliance themselves at the sharp end as they go forward. Dragged a couple of great saves out of Vituli. But they're not going to be able to relax for a second. The minute that they do, you get the feeling that United have got the weaponry. This time Fusco pulls one out of the top drawer. Wasn't 100% convinced that it was on target, but said took the no-risk policy. It's still 0-0 on the One World LED Sportal scoreboard. Could have easily been goals at either end. We have had one ruled out. An early, almost tap-in near post corner. Smith tried to open it up for Diana. It didn't quite work. Kazamovic, now Gorica. Creeping forward slowly but with precision. Kazamovic thread the through ball. They went one more. Now they put it away. They just kept coming and coming. Blažević. In fact, I don't think it was. I'll pick that up for you shortly. The precision passing worked their way forward. In fact, it was Harry Crawford. And the deadlock is broken. Adelaide United 1. Parry Hills Knights 0. Fusco, good save. There is Crawford. Ulage tries to release Smith. Just got a spring in their step just before half-time, and as the half-time whistle goes, a goal that probably is the correct score for half-time. Early goal ruled out for United. They kept pushing all the way through that first half. Parra Hills did everything they could. Almost scored a couple of times themselves, but they didn't. United held them out. They're going to go in to the halftime break away from home, 1-0 up. So we'll take a break when we come back. All the live second half action for you right here from Cassinco Stadium with Adrian Pickles at the paddocks on the RAA NPLSA network. Don't go anywhere. Second half action coming up right after this.
G'day, Hamish here, reminding you everyone has a right to get home safe. There's no text, lost snack, backseat argument or hair emergency that's worth taking your eyes off the road for a moment. This is going to sound crazy, but not even a French fry. Keep your eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, and choose not to drive when you're tired, upset, or under the influence. Pull over if you need to. And why not take a sec to pledge to drive so others survive? But again, later, when you get home.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
With RAA, proud sponsors of the RAA NPLSA, as Christoph Panendas wins that header. Here's Tabaris. It's a touch, but eventually pulled by Vidmar. And French hits it again! French with the volley that Harpers could not save. Side in France, Mullen hits one from distance, and it's in! Mullen with a screamer! Absolute worldie from Mullen.
Goal of the week for sure.
Who has probably just gone and won the game for Playford in the 92nd minute.
Irabona, and it's in the bottom right corner! Captain Fantastic, Aladdin Irabona, puts his side ahead late in this clash, and are they on their way to 3 points for the first time this season? You didn't know which way it was going to go, who was going to take it, but you knew the final action was going to be the ball in the...
Just trying to calm things down at the moment after that. Lapse in concentration. Ball over the top here for Stam. Will get there first. Will Riley Stam, and he'll chip in brilliantly. At the club of his youth, Riley Stam scoring the first in this one. And what a finish.
I think the thing that most people don't realise about being a referee is how much we train. We often train twice a week as a group. Then we have coaching sessions where we go through videos and look back at past few weeks. And then any of the outside of training stuff that we do, like our gym work and watching matches back and all that. All the extra time outside of match days are the big things for us. What makes it more than just blowing a whistle is understanding football and all the different layers of football, and then adding on top of that we then have to be impartial and understand the emotion of football, and then find that balance between understanding the emotion and then understanding the laws. I've had a few grand finals that I've been lucky to be a part of, and in those kind of games with the crowds and the energy, I can just tell that the football match that's going on is so entertaining, and that I'm lucky to have one of the best seats in the house for it.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
So the Youth Club Championship, we've designed a structure where the under 13s, under 14s, under 15s and 16s all compete together as one club. They'll play at the same venue, they'll play one after each other. It allows the technical director to be at the venue to help educate and look after the coaches, and also there's a focus on player development.
Players are now knowing where they are at and the pathway to follow each year. If they continue with the YCC, they should be in a position where they can go into senior football. It's a lot clearer around the steps they need to take to keep tracking as a player.
We've created an additional YCC training session or seminar night. All the players involved had the opportunity to do an extra additional skills session development plan, and we had Adrian Stanter coming in to talk about how to become a more professional player from a younger age.
The fact that as a club we are investing heavily in the juniors to ensure that we're putting those tools in place that the YCC is wanting from us, that's certainly bringing around some benefits to the club and to junior development across the board.
Everyone's trying to obtain points for their club. but also with a strong focus on how do we create a competition where players can play against like players.
The one thing I have noticed is it's been a bit more focused on getting the balance right. So, trying to keep the best teams playing against each other throughout the entire year and not having this big disparity between one team or another, one club or another.
So what it has allowed us to do is have quality games every week, which has benefited the competition and given the girls a chance to sort of understand what it's like to play at that elite level. While development is a good focus, the YCC does bring out the aspect of results as well, which helps find that balance for players to transition to senior football.
So I think with the YCC structure now in place, there's become a better level. And with a better level, there's been higher intensity within our sessions, and that's allowed for greater development in terms of a player, technically, tactically, and that's given them the best chance to keep improving their game.
Yeah, look, I think there's certainly brought around a lot of excitement to the club on YCC Day. The club's buzzing, a lot of the parents and players really enjoy seeing the kids play, and what is really now an elite pathway in junior football in our state.
Something that resonated with me right on the onset was about connecting a budding footballer with the right coach with the right club, and the right club being part of the right football environment. So the YCC tells me that this has been a fantastic implementation by Football South Australia.
Still in the box, and it's another goal!
Half time here at the Paddocks, Cassinco Stadium. Para Hills trail 1-0 goal very late in that first half. It looks like Para Hills are going to make the first change. Yuto Nishi is going to enter the fray. Harry Crawford, the goal scorer. I'm unsure as yet who's come off. I'll see if I can pick that up for you. Might become obvious as we get the game flowing as to who's not out there. Harry Crawford, the early goal scorer in this one. Just on the stroke of half time, Para Hills had held their own so far. Guerrera squares one to see if he can get Nishi involved nice and early in the second half. It runs all the way across and Hurst will take the throw in. He's up Kazamovic, who was the distributor in the first half. Ambitious from Blomling, which has been their avenue home as far as goals are concerned for the Knights. See if they can catch Max Fatuli off his line. Best chance they did have. It was Lansana Smith, who, come to think of it, may be the man who is off the park. I think that may be the case. And Vitali stole one off of his laces when the open net beckoned. So there's your change. Smith off. Nishi takes up position out on the right. And Adejo looks to be the man in the pivot. Village. Nishi involved, Blomley, first time. They work it nicely, the United. Allowing now not a break. He was keen to get on his bike and be the third cog in that wheel. Never ended up coming back to him. Well, the step back inside, the deflection on the kick. Fusco never really tested, had it under control. His clearance too long for Adejo. Undecided, second guessed each other for a second. It's going to work for them. It's going to benefit. Crawford tried to thread Nahana through. That broke down. Taladira. Nahana working with Gruccia. Now they go all the way back. Kazamovic and Phyllis. in and away was perfect. Kept that alive. The Dejo swings it. Nishi, his first meaningful touch, cuts back inside. Deflection off the left. They get themselves a corner. Nishi's first touch was a good one. As was the body swerve from Siana here in the back half. They hover on the spot. Siana back out for Nishi, who hits it first time, but they hadn't got back in time. Flag goes up. Another promising push forward breaks down. Phyllis. To get himself into the 18-yard box. Stepped over one. Madiana, first touch. Crawford squares it, the control. Then the first time, Paul! Hit the crossbar 100 miles an hour. There was no stopping that. Crawford's got to run it wide. Scaruccio gets into the 18-yard box, gets inside one. Just got away from him. Crawford lays it off for Tatu. Another first-time strike. Needed to get that on target. Blajasevic. Head in his hands. He wandered back. Knows at least has to make the keeper make a save there. Round 10 action, RAA, NPLSA. The RAA National Premier League here in South Australia. Coming at you live from Casenco Stadium in the heart of Para Hills. Home of the Para Hills Knights. Mahana. It's through ball, picked off, but not clear of danger just yet. Lovely touch from Gariccio, opened it up. Gave the run of it to Crawford, whose goal is the difference just before half-time. Gariccio now with corner taking duties. We're going to get some help from Taladera. They go out to Crawford. Needs to get a touch on that. Shuffling across. Luke Hurst, who's done some good stuff. Dejo's had to hold a few off that time. Did the holding off but couldn't control it. Turned it over. United looked to come out the other side. Tadu had it nicked off of him. Nishu, a replacement, comes on for Smith. That change made at half time. United have started this second half with a little bit more run, a little bit more fire. Gruccio's been involved a fair bit. And it's going to be Joey Gruccio who wants first look at this ball. He's got some friends over there. I think Kazamovic should be looking to get his head on something. Until Timber gets to the back post, wants to get on the run. Gruccio goes that way, squares it up. Clear it out. It's going to come back in pretty quickly, Hurst. Nahana. Going to have to use his keeper Vituli, who's certainly been in fine form. A couple of great saves of all styles. Hurst dribbles around one. With pace now, Crawford, and a little bit of time and space. Hooks it back. They let it run. Tadu gets inside on his right. He squares it up. Taladera couldn't get the purchase he was after. I'll be happy with the build-up play. It's not the final page of the story. Almost took out a seagull or a cockatoo, whatever that was. That would have been good viewing. Siana asking a fair bit of Guerrera. But Yana picks it off. Tadu on this near side. Crawford drops it on his boot. Steps back over one. Wanted to go back and do him a second time, but Merritt was up to it. They need to cook the meal twice. They've done it the first time. Wanted to back the truck over it. Merritt was there waiting. Gruccio. Matiana. Kazamovic and Crawford out wide. That's the applause of his teammates. Battistella. Happy with his work to get towards the 18-yard box and to get a shot away. Still only separated by a goal, these two sides. Doing it all for Amy. Chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member. Much better to be a member with RAA. Still 1-0 on the One World LED Sportal Systems scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor display systems needs. The Knights, can they create something? Would have got away with Blue Murder up until then. And then Phyllis hits the deck. So it's a free kick to the Knights in their most promising of positions. Michael Diana waiting for the whistle. See if he can pick his spot. United aren't happy that they haven't got enough in the wall. Panic stations at the moment. Diana is around the wall but too high. Free kick in a real good spot as far as the Knights are concerned. Nothing came of it. We're still separated by Crawford's goal. Tattoo. Had it stolen from him. Through ball was good. Taladera screamed for handball. That was waved away. Ulage had it nicked off of him. United recycle it. Keep it alive. Tattoo. Time. Step over. Off the left strike. Almost spilled clear of Fusco, who had his second bite of the cherry. Wrapped it up. Keeps his side still in the hunt. Nasty bobble just in front of him. Kazamovic hangs it up in the air long enough. Garuccio did well to control that back. Found Taladera. Phyllis. Phyllis is going to swing it to Kazamovic, who's controlled the lot back there for United. Chiguzawa. Been good today. He's going to get involved again. Ulage finds him. To get inside Tatu. And also Garuccio. Until he calls them all out. Takes control. Kazamovic. Mediano with a run down the right-hand side wing. They look for him too. Squares it up for Tadu. He couldn't control the strike. Happy to bring you all the round 10 action for RAA. Just chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. Live RAA NPLSA action. An entertaining game so far, just the one goal separating these two sides. And chances at either end. Challenge from Chikazawa. Stopped it dead. Now Adejo keeps it in. Who's coaching fraternity? Not 100% convinced that went out. Get the benefit of the replay screen up here. I might be able to catch that action for you. Or you dare not. Already had them storm the tower once. Ulage right over his boot. Crawford steps inside. Blomley. Challenge from behind. They've got numbers and away they run. Garuccio. Crawford. Save was good. Not out of trouble yet. Crawford, a little flick. Was delightful. The Fusco cleans up, gets it out of there. Crawford growing into his role at the moment. Flag goes up. Becoming a real factor in this one, Harry Crawford. Blomley. Siani. Looks as though Marco Guerrero may have pushed up. He's in search for this equaliser. They played well enough to deserve themselves one. Certainly United in this second half have done all the attacking. Taladera, Crawford. To Taladera and Crawford. Chikazawa breaks it up. Second change. Kamburu. It's going to come on. In the number 8. Phyllis, long ball. Too much on that. Here's Kamburu. Crawford spread wide. They ran away for him. Again, another ball that just bounced in an awkward spot for Fusco. He was good enough to control it. It's clearance only as far as Taladera. Crawford runs in far inside Marley McFly, steps over one and a couple. Kuru. But his head up was looking for his options. Kamburu ignored. Instead went down the line to Dejo. That's going to work because they've got numbers now. Chikazawa steps inside one and a second. The third breaks down. United break away. Mariana to himself. It doesn't stay in, but play's going to be wound back because they've coupled down. I think just at the corner of my eye, I think it looked as though Dejo just clipped one on the way through. 100% accidental. But the wicks burn out on that stick of dynamite. Medic's not required. Quick drink, and the boys will get going again. Still 1-0. Here at the paddocks. Lights on. Not a breath of wind. Looks as though the rain is going to stay away. Fusco knows the fastest way home. Route A. Slipped over in the middle of the park. Did Garuccio. They did well not to lose that though. But Estella. Garuccio. Out to Crawford. Hadjicevic involved a couple of times. Phyllis is the chop out. And then all the way back to Vitali. Again, Para Hills not making life easy for the United counterparts. Dejo working hard in the middle of the park. Almost created the turnover. The ball that came from Kamburu broke it down. But United have won themselves a corner. Quickly taken. And the quick touch to Dejo. He's got strength on his side. Wins the ball and the throw in. It's too big for Hurst to handle. Siani, Dejo. With his back to goal, just swiveled on it. Vitali can release United on the right-hand side, grandstand side. Tatu wants to use his pace, get past one. Blomley was there to help out. Kamburu has lost it. From range, it's charged down. Garuccio. Crawford wide. Grisho cuts in off the left. Smashes into the guts of Kumburu. Deja outnumbered. Siani comes in to lend a hand. Taladera. Crawford back in the 1-2. He's got a couple flying through the middle. Crawford's ball was a good one. But the Knights were there in numbers. Siani, the flick on. Perfect. Now goes Chikazawa. Outside of the right boot. Ambitious thought to score from there with the outside of the boot. If he was trying to whip that around the front, he had to get some real whippage on it. Every now and then, this thing livens up. Goes end-to-end basketball style. Para Hills know they're within a sniff of grabbing a point and then maybe going on and getting the win. United knowing they need this extra goal to put this one to bed. Taladera, control. Charging off his line. Fusco. Marlon full. Chikazawa. Kumburu. Now Crawford. He needs an attempt to keep play going quickly. He's given up a corner, Fusco. Agree that he may not. United are taking it quickly. Get it into the 18-yard box. Oh, and missed somehow from the 18-yard box. From the 6-yard box even. Even closer than that. I do not know how you've missed from there. Nearly harder to miss. And straight up in the air. Para Hills breathe again. Chikazawa. Can't keep that in. Kazamovic. Tatu. Jags inside. Beats a couple, beats 3, beats 4. Wanted Crawford to come in. Now he does. He does a couple himself, gets it back, went to the near post. Fusco was all over that like a lampshade. Dejo. Taladera. Lays it back. Now gets it back. Phyllis to Madhana, who's in a wrestle. Gets past one. Jags inside. Heavy touch. Dejo. Control is good. Chikazawa. Knew what he wanted to do. Dropped over the top to Crawford. Ulaj has to give up the throw in. Closing in on 10 minutes to go. Probably still 15 in total. Plenty of time left. Fatigue will just start to kick in. Game may open up even more than it is. Phyllis. Aranya. Rolls it all the way across the back to this man, Kozimovic, who's picked off passes at will. Bajasevic. This comes unglued. Siani tried to thread a ball to Chikazawa, and that was picked off by Phyllis. Crawford. Batistilla. Byline, can he drag it back? He can. Again, the Knights cleaned it up. See if they can turn defence into attack. Referee waves it off. White ball is going to be too long for the Knights. Recycled though by Mahanya. Goes backwards to his keeper. And then clears long to Crawford. He controls and goes. Leads in the race. Squaring ball. First time Tadu. Now with loads of space. Crawford again in the 18-yard box. Cleared. Taladera. Go back to his captain. Crawford. Tadu in the middle. Again, it's broken down. This nice defence is holding firm. And they're going to ring the changes. Goal scorer is going to take a seat. Been a good shift from him. But it's still going to sit down. Righty enters the fray. Crawford enters the fray. And Stam. And Liam Stam gets a look for the last 10 minutes of this one. Ulage. Knights out wide, clubhouse side. Can they get something started from here? Oh, first, Siani wanted to square it up first time. That didn't quite work. Ulage now. Has shown his want to see if he can dribble his way through, and it's been working so far. Siani dived to ground, controlled the ball, sprung to his feet. Got it into the 18-yard box. Not with any position though. Marlon McFall queued it up. Adejo swung onto the left, swung it wide, and still they trail by that goal. United again go to the bench. Nicola is going to see some minutes. And Madhania is going to sit down. Instantly thought he was going to be involved there as Radi. Completely missed him with the kick. Gives the Knights another look. The Dejo controls. Numbers didn't suit him. Taladera releases Tadu. Off his line is Cusco. Tadu steps over a couple. Squares it. It's cleared off the line. Again, the Knights sliver. Goal line clearance. Ulage, I think it was. Ulage, it draws a crowd and gets rid of it, but they've turned it over. United want to go to the bench, not going to be allowed. Ulage dribbles again. Ball at his feet. He's dangerous. He's a weapon. Siani loves to run. Blomley, long ball to Adejo. Flag's gone up. And now United will go to the bench. Bullamonga and also Alagich will come on. Looks as a Tadu and also Blajasevic are going to take a seat. Tadu's been a real handful all day. And as always, doing it all for RAA. Chat to a local member. Chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. Still 1-0 on the One World LED Sportal Systems scoreboard. About 5 minutes to go in this one. United searching for this second goal to put this one to bed. Parrot Hills doing what they can to see if they can steal a point. Coming off the back of a draw last time round in the league. Deja did well to pull out of that. It was Taladira, now Deja. Quick little touch. Got away from Malagic. Phyllis. Now Kusimovic. Through the middle of the paddocks. Taladira. Nicola. He's back to the safety as Kusimovic. Malagic, Hurst. Kusimovic. Malagic again in the middle of the park. Always seem to be getting away from him. Radi had to watch that one run out of his feet. Para Hills are going to make a late change. Tager Ajiki's going to come on. I imagine he's going to take up the number 10 role. Deja sits down. Has he got the little slice of magic that they need to salvage a point? Alagic, through ball. Longley. Taladera just hoiks it up over his head. It's going to be a Para Hills ball. That's not going to make anyone in a red strip happy. Things settle down pretty quickly. Ulage. Chikazawa. Ducks back in. Away come United, and they've got runners, 3 of them lined up. Scrambles into the back of the net. Battistella, deflection was agonising for Fusco, who went scrambling backwards, couldn't get there. Battistella will not care. Was ecstatic to see United's second goal roll into the back of the net. United 2. Para Hills 0. They were searching for the dagger, and that may well and truly be it. They broke with purpose. The runner, 3 runners in a line of red. Not what Para Hills wanted to see coming at them. In extra time. But they keep going, Para Hills. Marling full. Siana being one of their best. Blomley. Referee Joseph Bajewski blows it up with the score at Adelaide United 2. Para Hills at home 0. And after 10 rounds, they still have not come up with a victory. United be happy with their work, travel away from home, get the job done. But we'll wrap it up pretty quickly from here as both sides shake hands. On behalf of everyone from the RAA NPLSA, Jordan on the camera, myself, Adrian Pickles on the mic. It's a victory to Adelaide United. This one ends up Adelaide United 2, Para Hills 0.